Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 2, Episode 5. The episode is Kick the Trick Out, Lord Jesus. Yeah, so the episode actually starts off where we see Monique. She's at her, I'm going to call it housewarming party. And, well, no, it's not really a housewarming party. It's a getting to know you party, because we saw a lot of people from the cast that were on there, aside from probably her close personal friends. And the thing is, we're not sure what the issue is. We just know that there's a problem. Clearly, they realize, alright, this is 5 episodes in, and we need to hook people in. We need to hook people in somehow. So, the episode starts off where we see Monique. She's with her husband, and she's looking around. She's looking around because she's trying to get, ideas for her party that she wants to throw for the ladies, essentially, because they're going to be a part of Potomac. She has her cousin there, and her cousin / assistant, and she's trying to give him the little rundown on, alright, so here's the people you can hit on. Charisse, yeah, she's from Jersey, she's cool, she's my friend, yeah, you'll like her. The rest of them are married for the most part, so just act professional, don't act a plumb fool. And then there's Giselle. She's also single, but nah, her energy's nah. So you don't want to go that route. I said, good looking out, because if he stepped towards her, I have a feeling Giselle would have been like, I need to see your FICO score. Not your credit score, but your FICO score. I need to see the culmination of all three. Yeah, before we can even, because you seem a little too down. No, I don't think I want someone that down. Anyway, Charisse is on this mission to rebrand the NBA organization, the association, I should say. And so she's saying, as far as being a basketball wife, she was partially, I said, Shawnee, you need to find your way into one of those pictures, because this isn't the best look. You're supposed to be one of the original Grand Dames. Where are you in this? Where are you in this? I'm joking, obviously. Not really. But she's working with some of the other committee people, and they're, looking at where they're going to hold the event. I believe Charisse is using this other person's house who's a part of the committee as well. And Charisse wants to go. She wants to break out because she's not going to be married to her husband, who of course was the coach. And because that's not the case, she's like, look, I'm going to go and build it up so that I can leave it in someone else's hands, or at least get the ball rolling and then give it to someone else. So I said, okay, that's cool enough. Robin comes because she wants to help out Ashley. She wants to help out Ashley because, remember, Robin is she is like event planning / PR, or PR / event planning. And so we know Ashley needs some help. And Ashley appreciates it immensely, especially since Ashley was doing some meddling. So it's like, thank you, girl, thank you. But here's the thing. She tells Ashley, your menu needs to change. Obviously, you need some consumer-friendly dishes. Right now, no, that's not going to work. There's going to be a gay pride event, or day, whatever. And so maybe you can go and do like a pride-themed event. I said, oh, okay, that's a smart idea. Another smart idea is, like I said, that food. She was looking at Ashley's reviews. They were tragic. People were saying the food smelled weird. It looked weird. I said, now come on. If you're going to give me something different to eat, at least make it look appealing. Make sure it smells good. The emu. Was it the emu? Was it the emu? Was it? I don't know. What I do know is Ashley's still trying to figure out, so what's going on with you and Juan? What's going on with you and Juan? Yeah, well, Juan and Robin, they're still together. They're having the ins and outs. The thing is, Ashley knows something and she's not letting it be known to the person that actually needs to know about it if you're going to go and meddle in that person's life anyway. And that is, Ashley's been hearing, around the corner, through the streets, in the hair salon, that something is amiss with Juan. So she doesn't say what yet. What we do know is it's something. Ashley's looking over the books and it's like, oh Lord Jesus, how did we make even less money than before? Jesus, we need to get this together. Robin, Karen met her match. Karen's sister. Karen's sister comes to town. Karen's sister is actually the one who takes care of their mom. Their mom, has been battling dementia for a short while now. And well, I don't know if it's a short while, but it's been battling dementia. And Karen's sister's the one who's taking care of the mother. I believe she's the younger sister. Now, Karen's sister is truly a carbon copy of Karen. Truly a carbon copy. And just based off of the vibe from the sister, I feel like she'd be insulted if she heard that. She'd probably be like, excuse me, I'm my own person, my own individual. She definitely gives me that energy at first of all. They get to the place. She's like, Karen, you don't know how to drive. Oh, what are you trying? You don't know how to drive. I just told you that. What did you see it? Then they get to the place. So you gonna open the door for me or what? I said, no wonder Karen does this to other people because when she's with her sister, she has to do this for her. I see Karen giving her sister anything and everything that she wants, especially since she takes care of the mom. It's just like, gotta give it up to you. You do your thing. We get to the cake because it's her mom's 70th birthday, and said, all right, I need to make sure this cake is amazing because if anything is wrong with it, she's gonna look at me like, oh, you're just trash, aren't you? You're just trash. But no, she likes the cake. She even opens the door for Karen. She even tells Karen, no, she still tells Karen, this thing you call driving, this isn't right. I mean, at some point, I'm going to have you go and be in the passenger seat and have a carbon copy of you go and drive your car, and then you'll understand. I said, this is cute. I like this. Charisse, she goes, has her basketball event. Of course, Swan's, it was funny because the event planner was also telling her that having Monique's husband there, Chris, is a good look because he's a big NFL star. So they said they're going to like him. And it was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Now, Juan was really happy to see Charisse because he remembers when, it was like the four of them and he used to have fun. And Charisse was like, yeah, well, I'm happy to see you guys. And then once he leaves, Charisse is talking to Robin, and it's just like, oh, well, you two don't even seem like you're not together. She said, yeah, well, we are, separated, divorced and all of that. She said, look, a lot of people in this room don't have the type of relationship that you and your husband have. The fact that you two can actually be in the same room together, the fact that you two can sleep in the same room, raise your kids together. Most people in this room, obviously her included, don't have that. So shout out to y'all. And she also said, oh my god, if I had to choose between her situation and mine as far as relationships, I'd take hers. I said, wow. That was very honest. That was very honest. Now she goes and talks to Monique because Monique gets there, and Monique was talking to Robin. She was talking to Robin for 10 days, 50 nights. I said, oh Lord, because Monique was going and talking about everything that just recently happened with her family and her life. And Monique, Robin said best, Monique is an oversharer. She's a really nice, open person, which I appreciate, especially on reality TV. She just happens to be an oversharer. Do I have a problem with an oversharer? No. Because I'd rather have a nice person who is real and honest. What? How are those problems? Than someone who just talks just to talk. I don't think that she talks just to talk. And maybe I'm just saying this because I like her, so clearly I'm showing some favoritism. Yes, I'm admitting it. So what? So what? So what? Anyway. What was I saying? Oh Lord, but when you got to Charisse, because when they were all at the table, Monique and Robin with, of course, Juan and Chris, they're just saying how, you know what? It's weird that you two aren't a couple because you look really good together. You seem like you have a decent relationship. And Robin just said, you know what? I actually appreciate seeing a real, authentic, loving marriage. Like, Monique and Chris seem really good together. They seem happy. They seem like they're in love. Juan said, you better keep that. Don't ever lose that. You see that feeling you have right now? Make sure you work hard to keep that. Because when he says work, he says, yeah, keep working. Because you don't want to be on the other side. Trust. Trust. Now, poor Charisse, she was doing this speech about how, since her tenure's essentially over, she's going to be passing the baton. And then the speech took a huge left, and everyone in that room had that look of, dang, you were doing so well too. Because Charisse, her issue is that her life isn't going the way that she wants it to, and now she's at the point where everyone needs to know it. She talks about how she's, of course, getting a divorce from her husband, the husband who just lost his job, who was working at Rutgers. I said, Lord Jesus, we're doing this. The husband that she's going to be losing his last name. Her life is going through so many changes, and she's going to be reinventing herself. I said, what? And so then she said, oh yeah, and thank you for eats, be merry. Yes, yes, yes. What? I felt so bad for her because I said, wow, she really needs someone to talk to. I know that she has a therapist, but she needs someone else to talk to. Because while she's not talking to the therapist, she needs someone else that she can go and just spill her guts and feel comfortable spilling her guts. Excuse me. Now, Giselle, she's going and she's having to sit down with her team. Her team who, because remember last year when she said she wanted to go and make that makeup brand. So she's going to go and make it. She's going to have it, 12 shades. So they're talking about on the website how many models. Obviously 12 models for 12 shades. The release date. All of that. So, you know, shout out to Giselle on her business tip. But I did catch when she was saying how, you know, there's some women who are self-made and, you know, taking their little monies and invested into businesses and opportunities, while there's others who just talk about the 4 homes that their husband owns. I said, oh my God. Well, she's married to said husband and they have a happy relationship, so what's his really is hers. That's how their marriage works. Maybe not a lot of people's marriages, but hers. And so I was like, dang, Giselle, what is... You see why people say you're jealous? I'm still going to say I don't think that you're jealous. I think you're a little envious and you're trying to figure out how is that possible that she has that. And it's not that you necessarily want that, even though you're open to that. You're just like, how does she have that? I'm trying to figure out how she has that. I feel like that's how Giselle's looking at it, which is pretty messed up. I'm like, don't worry about that. Just worry about you. Just worry about you. Just stop being the type that goes and nitpicks on the new people, and then until a new person comes in, and then you're like, okay, I'm done with this person, I'm on to this person. Like, that's no way to live. That's no way to live. Karen, she goes, she has a birthday party for her mom, so of course, Ray, her husband, and her daughter is there. Jesus, what's her... Raven. That's her daughter's name, Raven. And it was funny because the mom was saying how Ray is like my age. No, Ray's like older than me. I was trying to figure out how Karen brought home this old man. I said, this man's a pervert. He's a pervert. How dare he go after my daughter? And we find out that Karen, I believe she did say that she grew up on a farm, but she was high maintenance even back then, so she wasn't going to go and do the manual labor on the farm. And apparently one time there was this fur, or it might have been even like a fake fur, that was in the house, and I think she was fighting over it with her sister, and she even like pushed her sister into the wall or something because she wanted the fur. I said, Lord, Karen. Karen knew what she wanted to be when she grew up. She just knew it. And she said she appreciates her mother so much because every day her mother was telling her that she can do it, she can do anything. Every single day encouraging her, loving her, and accepting her for who she is. And it was because of that that she became the person she is today. And I said, well, you're not a bad person, so your mother did a lot. Right. So, shout out to her. Happy birthday to her. Now, it's the day of the event. Everyone's getting ready. And, of course, Gigi is there to help out Monique. And they're having a good time. And I was like, this is great and all. This is really great. But Monique is like preparing for war. Monique's essentially preparing for war, saying how, you know, everyone is cool. I love to learn from my elders, so it's nice to be around older, established ladies. And so that's cool. I said, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she did not. That's going to come up during the reunion. I know it. And it's like the younger ones, whatever. I know I'm the one that I have the bag secured. The only issue that's going on right now is the house that they really like, the offer that they put in was too low. And apparently the Potomac people were super insulted. Because remember, you're paying for the zip code, not for the actual house. Remember, just always keep that in mind. So she was paying for the actual house, not the zip code. And they said, oh, how dare you? How dare you? So then, that's the only thing that's going on there regarding the house. I just wanted to add that into that. But she acknowledges that Giselle better come correct or else someone's going to be missing a finger. Robin comes to Giselle because she wants to go and let it be known two things. Charisse had the event, and the event went downhill as soon as Charisse made a speech. She talked about how she's not being married to Eddie. She talked about how she's going to be losing the last name. She's officially out of the organization because of this and all that. It just went downhill. It was bad. I said, now, are we talking about someone behind their back? No, but... So I said, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It wasn't in a malicious way, but I still felt a certain way about that. I said, now, hold up. Hold up. But I get her overall goal was to say, you know, we're friends with this woman. We need to watch her because things aren't going too well. She's not talking to us about it, and that's the problem. But Giselle also brings up the fact that she does not, and I repeat, does not like, what's you called? Monique. So when Robin said how Monique was doing a lot of talking, she said, oh, well, doesn't she? Doesn't she do all that talking? Doesn't she? Yep. So now it's the day of the party. It's the day of the party. People are showing up. Of course, Karen showed up super early. When Giselle showed up, there was no hugs between Monique and Giselle. But Monique hugged Giselle's friend Kale, and I said, wait a minute. How in the world? Now, see, this is messed up. Your friend and you gave this energy like, don't hug me. Not like that, but just kind of like, I said, oh, how you step to the side, and then you're not even trying to, you were even looking at her like, oh, so you trying, come on now. So everything's okay, everything's going okay, up until the point when, you know, everyone shows up, they're like, oh, hi. None of that really matters. None of that really matters. What matters is the fact that we run into the issue of, while Giselle was in the house, she was talking about how, oh, doesn't she just talk so much? And, well, no, Gigi overheard them whispering, said it's rude to whisper in someone else's house. I said, Gigi, even though you're right, even though I appreciate you as a friend, are we really about to do this right now? Let's not make this a bigger deal. We already know that they're shady. You can go and do this at a later time. You definitely need to tell her, but you can do this at a later time. But I guess you guys are about being super real. So then, once she told her friend, she said, okay, so do you have a problem with me? Do you have an issue with me? Okay, no, I don't have a problem with you. Well, then why can't you just tell me what happened? Alright, I'm like, alright, everything's fine, everything's cool. So then Ashley comes in, and Giselle's like, oh, thank God, I want to talk about it. Look, this one over there, she talks so much, and I'm so tired of it. So Jill, which is her assistant, said, oh, they're talking about you in your house. And again, I am happy that she has real people around her that's like, look, I don't know about you, but they saying some stuff. You need to go and check that. You need to go, I'm not saying that you need to go and fight, but you need to go and figure out why are they bad about you in your own home. And I'm so glad that, that Monique stuck to her guns. She said, excuse me, you're not about to go and disrespect me in my own house. That's one thing that's not going to happen. And she's like, no, Karen, come over here, because you need to come over here as well. You need to come and be a part of this mess. Karen was like, no, I'm just going to be with she wanted to be with Ray, she wanted to get out of there, but said, Karen, look, if you're not going to tell me what the issue is, because you have a problem with me, you want to go and say that I talk too much. I talk too much, Jay. I talk too much. It's interesting how I talk too much, and yet you're the one talking behind my back. So how about this? Why don't you go and bounce? Why don't you go and leave? It's like, oh, yes, really, thank you, bye, and walks out. I said, done. That's the second time Giselle's been kicked out of a party in someone's house. There's a problem. So Giselle gets in her car. Robin finds out. Robin bounces over there, like, they see what's going on. Giselle's trying to go and say, oh, well, she's trying to say, you know, B, you can go and leave. Now, when Monique was upset, and she was like, oh, this trick, because she was trying not to, you know, use foul language and degrading language, because her pastor's coming, so she was trying to remain cool, calm, and collected. But she was like, oh, this trick over there. And they're like, oh, trick. Now we tricks over here? But because Giselle was originally the whole conversation between Giselle and Ashley, that wasn't really about Monique, to be honest. It wasn't. It was about Robin and the fact that Ashley said that Juan is seeing someone else. So that was a misunderstanding, but Giselle still shouldn't have been saying what she was saying in someone else's house. Now, Ashley gets brought into the fray. She's like, oh, little old me, yes, little old you, go and speak your mind. Do it. So then she tells him that, I heard some stuff. Robin said, you know, the relationship, it is what it is. Well, we're not dating, but you could tell that she was hurt. But they didn't have time for that because guess who came next? Charisse. And Charisse was trying to fake the funk, but then she started to cry and everyone's consoling her because we know Charisse is talking about how her identity. She doesn't feel like she's a real person. She just feels like she's so-and-so's husband. Whoa! That so-and-so's husband was her identity, and she's just so-and-so's wife. And because of that, she didn't know who she was. And that's why she was just like, so who am I now? I said, oh, poor baby. So that was it. Please like, comment, subscribe.